Hello, friends. It's me again, back at 2:45 to answer more of your questions. Let's see. Since the last hour, what do we have here? How big is the threat in Athens? The further east and north you live, guys, we've been over this again and again. Further east and north you live, the bigger the threat is. There is still a significant threat for ice in Athens that will start tomorrow morning and last through the day, okay? Based on the lower ice totals you posted about an hour ago, what does that mean for East Point late tonight and Sunday? Okay, I just looked at this for areas near Atlanta, the city center. The freezing rain's going to move in between about 1 a.m. to 3 or 4 a.m. So it will be after midnight. Doesn't mean you should be on the roads before midnight because that's our best guess, but it could arrive before midnight. It's going to start to rain before that, so just stay off the roads after sunset. But as soon as that freezing rain arrives, and this again is areas close into the perimeter, inside the perimeter, near the perimeter, we're going to get like 4 hours or 5 hours of heavy freezing rain in the early morning hours of the morning. So by the time you wake up tomorrow, there will be a coating of ice on everything. The latest models are predicting between 0.2 to 0.4. That's a little bit higher than the ones I posted earlier. Now, I do think that we'll climb into the low 40s tomorrow. Again, this is areas inside the perimeter. So we could see rain really help melt the ice, especially down towards East Point and the airport. However, you should still plan on being off the roads tomorrow because there is a high chance, moderate to high chance, that the models are underpredicting the wedge, they're underpredicting the cold air, and we could see more freezing rain than what the models are predicting, okay? Will Ackworth, Georgia power go out? So far, no rain here. I'm not like a genie with a magic 8-ball, so I cannot tell you if your power is going to go out in Ackworth. But I will say, if I had to guess, I think there is a low risk for power outages in Ackworth, in Bartow County. However, as you cross Lake Allatoona up 575 towards Canton, Woodstock, Holly Springs, those ice totals could be a lot higher. So you guys could see power outages. Again, no way to predict it. I do think areas of I-85 have a much higher chance of power outages. Here's the thing. Even if you don't lose power tomorrow, if we go to sleep with a coating of ice on things, it's going to be very windy on Monday. So some of us could even lose power on Monday, okay? Do you think we'll lose power in Dillard, Rabun County? Oh, Sarah. Rabun County is going to get hit really, really hard. I do think you're going to lose power in Dillard. Okay? I'm not trying to scare you. That freezing rain will start for you guys in Rabun County around 9 or 10 tonight. It will last pretty much all night. Tomorrow you're probably going to wake up with power, okay, up in Rabun County. But tomorrow it's going to start freezing rain really, really heavy tomorrow late morning into the afternoon. And it's going to freezing rain up there in the mountains all afternoon. So you guys could see quick accumulations of over an inch. So I would not be at all surprised if you guys lose power tomorrow and don't have power back until maybe Monday or Tuesday, and it's going to be significantly cold. So make sure you have enough firewood. It just depends on how much melting we can get in those higher elevations, but power crews aren't going to go up there and restore power until they can actually be on the highways, okay? I actually think Rabun County is one of the highest risk areas. Lake Burton, Dillard, Habersham County, Tallulah Falls, Lake Rabun. You guys need to bear down for the worst of it, and it's going to arrive again tonight, but the worst will be tomorrow afternoon is when I would think you guys might lose power. High or low risk for power outages in Gainesville. Gainesville is one of the areas we are predicting to get the most ice. I think there's a high risk of power outages tomorrow in Gainesville through the afternoon. Now, here's the good part of living in Gainesville. You guys are right along I-85, right? So I-85 is going to be well salted, right? So I do think power crews will be able to get up to Gainesville on Monday or at the latest Tuesday to restore power, but I do think many of you will lose power tomorrow in Gainesville. Ryder, thanks for the live chat. How's Alpharetta and South Forsyth looking ice-wise? Forsyth County was one of the first counties in the ice warning. Alpharetta and South Forsyth looks better than North Forsyth as you start getting into the mountains, the higher elevations. I think that you guys are going to see at least 1/4 of an inch, if not upwards of 1/2 an inch of ice tomorrow. I think there will be scattered power outages. I think North Metro will be one of those areas that sees at least a coating of ice. So while I'm not sure you guys will lose power, I do think travel on the roadways is going to be really tricky tomorrow up there. So just plan on staying off the roads. Corina Thomas, if we don't have a generator or fireplace, should we relocate? I don't know where you are, Corina, so I can't tell you. I can't tell you that. Okay. Okay. Johns Creek. Johns Creek and Milton are two of the areas that we're expecting to get at least 0.25 inches, if not upwards of 0.3, 0.4 inches. Scattered power outages, again, these are highly populated suburban areas that Georgia Power is going to have on the top of their list to restore power on Monday. But there is a decent chance that some of you lose power in the Milton, Johns Creek area tomorrow afternoon. Henry County is south of Atlanta. I think there'll be a light coating tomorrow when you wake up of freezing rain, but I think it'll quickly turn to rain tomorrow in Henry County, and I think you guys will be just fine in terms of the roads. Is Barrow County going to be all right? Barrow County is right on that borderline of where the wedge could be stronger and you guys could get much higher totals than what the models are predicting. If you live in Barrow County, I would bear down to have a good coating of ice on the roads tomorrow when you wake up, and even more ice accumulation through the day, and ice lingering into Monday as well. Oh, Karina, Gainesville. No, I don't think you need to relocate if you don't have firewood or a generator. Do you have a space heater, Karina? Because Gainesville is such a highly populated area, again, I think that's going to be one of the main cities that's right off the interstate that Georgia Power crews can get to relatively easily to restore power on Monday. So I don't think this is a necessarily something that you need to pick up and relocate, okay? But you do need to prepare to not have power for 24 hours when it's really cold outside. If you don't have a space heater, you could go to the store right now, go to Walmart, get a couple space heaters just in case you lose power. But be careful with them. Do not leave them running overnight. Oh my gosh, the amount of fires that we see from people leaving their space heaters on overnight, significant. So be careful. Okay. Okay, all right, that's enough. I've just answered all the comments for today. I'm gonna go home because I've been here since 3 a.m. and I am going to take a big old 9-hour nap, hopefully. And I will see you guys back here at 3 a.m. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. For the next 12 hours, Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez, Patrick Pete, JD Disharoon, Anthony, they are here. So team of 4 meteorologists. They will be keeping you updated. We are wall to wall. We are 24-hour coverage on Atlanta News First, okay? Conditions will start to get bad overnight. By tomorrow morning, we will see icing, and then things will turn kind of crazy tomorrow through the day. We could see storms, tornadoes not ruled out south, significant ice accumulation north. So just plan on staying off the roads tomorrow. Plan on having Atlanta News First on. I know there's football games on. Do the double split screen, okay? Because right when that first NFL game starts at 3 p.m., that's when the S word is really going to be hitting the fan, okay? And, oh, by the way, we're also going to be on Monday. We're going to be on straight up until Monday at 11 p.m. So I'll be back 3 a.m. on Monday as well. All right? Okay, guys. Bye-bye.